First, we must equip these young people with the necessary knowledge and give them the correct training and relevant. I say relevant, underlined, relevant, you know? And I will give you context. When I was Minister for Higher Education, we did an audit of skills. What are the gaps? And the discovery was we are training so many managers and we have nobody to work. We have so many students in university. We do not have students who have the middle-level colleges. They are not there. We do not have the right people to work. And then I asked the question. We have classrooms full of people learning, and I have no quarrel with anthropology and the other stories. And you know, I once said, and I was bashed for it. I mean, it's good for us to know, okay, Vasco da Gama was around, he came to the African coast, he arrived there someday, and then he died. Okay, that's fine. But honestly, I mean, how is that of relevance now to industrialization? You know, how and that is why, when I was Minister for Higher Education, we rolled out a huge program. And I'm happy that today, President Uhuru and I, we have rolled out a huge program targeting science and technology, innovation, technical training. And now we are shifting, and our target now is to ensure that we equip many young people with skills and competences that makes them relevant in the drive towards innovation, industrialization, value addition, manufacturing. That is the place where we need to drive, right? And so the youth dividend, you can look at it in two ways. First, we must equip them with knowledge, competencies, skills that makes them employable and relevant in the drive for where we want to take our country and continent. And number two, we must provide the framework. We must provide the infrastructure, rail, road, energy, for the private sector to drive value addition, agro-processing, manufacturing, where the jobs will be created. And with the youth empowered with relevant skills, then a combination of the two will make our young people an asset for our countries and continent. That's how I look at it. And therefore, as we push on one end, the standard gauge railway, the roads we are building, the energy generation we are engaged in, the removal of barriers, non-tariff barriers, elimination of all the other issues that impede trade, investment, we on the other side must be engaged in getting our young people relevant knowledge and competencies so that a combination of the two will then produce wealth. These are people who can then have the relevant skills to work. And so it depends on us. And I am happy that we are all now driving in the same direction. And with the tripartite agreement and all the other agreements that we are signing into, we are all consolidating our actions into a direction that will eventually become mutually beneficial for all of us. And I want to caution us here that the world is changing. And what we used to take for granted in WTO and protection that comes from signing the regional CPAs and is no longer a guarantee. And that is why it is important for us to have this conversation as Kenya and Uganda, as EAC, as the TFTA, and as the CFTA. It is important because that is how we are going to have the muscle, first, to trade with ourselves. Even if we do not succeed to trade with anybody else, if ever we manage to take Africa's intra-trade to 60%, this country, this continent, will be up in the skies.
All right.